Well, howdy, partners. Welcome back. Yes, it's Uncle RayRay. Now, I'm uploading The Witcher 3 from the start. I'm not sure if I'll keep it going like right to the end on that because it's getting on a bit that game. There are plenty of other people you can watch all the way through, and JJ Jaffa Jess is probably one of the best to watch if you want to see a playthrough of The Witcher 3. She is extremely good. Um, I'm going to do one, but I'm going to show you an alternative start to Skyrim. Now, this is probably one of my favourite games of all time, and I'll tell you some of the reasons why. I'll just show you what mods I have, because one of the special things about Skyrim, not only has it got unique things in it, but you can also put mods on it. Now, you won't be able to get the, um, what do we call it? The trophies and things. You won't be able to get all that because you've got mods selected, and they can cause issues. So, there's a possibility that it may mess your game up. But I found if you don't put too many on, it does work out all right. Let me just show you what I've put on here. If I look at my load order, number one is always got to be this one. So if you're getting this on an Xbox or a PS4, I'm not sure if you can get this one on a PS4 because a lot of the ones that I've got here are not available on the PS4 because of their size. There's a much lower limit on the PS4, but the unofficial Skyrim patch edit is definitely needed because any outlying bugs that were in the game have been taken out, and these are fan-made patches that go out which fix any bits that haven't been fixed by the developers. So we've got this one, that is a definite yes and should be in it number one slot there right at the top. I put adorable female just to see how it comes out. And then I've got amazing follower tweaks, which gives you additional dialogue options, customizations, and there's lots of stuff you could do with that. A quality world map, so a much clearer world map, which is a little bit not very clear. Really doesn't show roads very well, whereas this will show it a lot better. I've got a couple of followers like Sophia. I've got an extra hair, so we've got more hairstyles. A relationship dialogue also gives you new options on dialogue. I've removed all the Lord of the Rings ones for the moment. I've got an enhanced blood textures, because who doesn't like enhanced blood textures? And I'll probably do this for about an hour, but I will follow this up with another one at a later point, okay? But for a moment, we'll start with this. Just check that I've got Twitch on and it's coming through all right. I mean, usually it works fine. Occasionally, there can be problems with it. But it should be coming up right now. I'll just double check that. So enhanced blood textures. There's a lot of animal ones, but I took all them off because some of them were a bit over the top. True storms. This adds a bit more, a bit more life to the weather systems and stuff. That one. Things like convenient horses, wearable lanterns, Frodo Sam, I left all those off for a moment. Immersive citizens, again, part of the overhaul, just to make it a bit more immersive at the way they behave. That's a patch for it. I've got a Skyrim graphic overhaul as well, so this should improve some of the stuff as well. We've got immersive movement. Now, I think I've had this on for a short time. But apparently it changes the way some creatures move and makes them seem more natural, and also for yourself, I think. Then there's alternative start, which is what we're doing, where you can dictate your own start to this game instead of going through that long tutorial that we normally get at the start of the game. And then we've got Skylander Order 1, which again is a landscape kind of thing, which I put pretty much near the bottom. Okay, so hopefully this should all work. Then we just go back, and then you can see some of the favorite mods, and there are lots and lots of them. And then we'll start off new because we want to show this alternative start. I'm gonna just I don't think I can do the options yet, but I think I need to turn the sound up a bit on this, put the music down, but I can't do it yet until I start. So let's start. Mods are currently loaded. achievements are disabled. So that's the only downside to mods, but mods give you tremendous variety to this game. It was already great, but the mods add even better things to it. So level 1, alternative start. Let's see what happens. It kind of makes your own story up, so it's quite good. And you can, be in a random location. So it's a little bit tougher to start, I find. So first of all, we start off, instead of doing that whole bit going into Skyrim with all the music and into the thing and nearly getting our head chopped off, we've got this. So I'm going to go for one of my favourite ones, which is a wood elf. I like wood elves. They are rather cool. Alright, I'll call the record thing is right in the way of the customizable options. Right, I'll push it down there and hope that makes it better. It's going to be difficult to place this because wherever we put it, it's going to get in the way of something. That's my big worry here, but we'll see how this goes. I have to go by memory on some things. Right, we're going to go for a wood elf. I'm going to choose a lady because I like choosing ladies. Hang on, am I for some reason it is not responding. Hang on. We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Hang on a minute. This may make... Right, it looks like it's crashed. Because at the moment I can't get it to move. Alright, we will restart. How do I restart? I think it's going through the races. It's kind of severe lag. So we might have already hit a problem. Because there's a severe lag here. Yeah, I'm pressing the button and it's not reacting for quite a long time. I'm pressing buttons here, nothing is happening. So I'm going to restart. Yeah, I'm going to restart this because this is not working. So I may have to. Maybe it's probably to do with the. Yeah, it's probably to do with the. Can't get a word out. I think it's probably to do with the way my mods are set up. I may have to put... It does say to put alternative start near the bottom. So, see, I'm not really good at putting them in the correct order. It's the only problem with mods is if you put a lot on or you put them in the wrong order, they can go wrong. I'll try one more time. It does say place it as near to the bottom as possible, but I think there's one of the ones I've got, you have to have it below everything else. So I could move it up a little bit. Some of these it does say, I'm going to move this down to say here. I'm trying to think what is causing this. Got two storms. I hope I haven't got two landscapes. Where does it say I've got to push this? It does say usually where to put these. Like, it might say, don't put this at the bottom or whatever. It's a bit of a shame it's that has gone wrong. I'll push it. It says for load up, push this as far to the bottom of the list as reasonably possible to ensure the changes to the game start are allowed to take place. Must load before open cities. So let me actually I'm going to move that one up and that one up to say here. And then I'm going to move this one up to there. And we'll see if that helps. And if it don't work, then we'll have to scrap it. We'll have to scrap it and do the normal start. But what I might do is stop it here. And stop it. Go through that whole intro sequence. And then we can go on from there. So we'll try it one more time. And then we'll adjust the volume. I think it needs to be a little bit louder, but the effects down a little bit, I think. I do prefer it on vanilla myself, but I just usually put 10 as an absolute maximum on top. Hopefully now. It could be there's a problem with this start off here. Selecting the thing, so we're going to do that, go to that and hope this works. It just seems to be taking a long time to respond and push it, but once we get past this it may be fine. Because I've moved it to, you know, female and nothing's happening. So it could be a problem straight away. I've done the alternative start before on one of my particular builds. Yeah, now finally it's changed. So it is. So we're gonna. Hideous. Skin tone. I don't want to be too light. Weight, I'll just do sort of like a medium build, something like that. I won't go over the top. I think that will do. Actually looks quite good there. And you can turn your head around and all this kind of stuff. I quite like what else. Just have to look at the complexion. Not that old. I think it's sort of starting off with young and we're progressing on. Yeah, let's go with a little bit of colour. Like that, say. Dirt, I usually have it off. I don't like dirt. It just makes it look muddy and horrible. You know, I wouldn't say that. I mean, that's the one thing about this game. You know, it is quite old. It came out in 2011, so it's pretty old now. That's dirt colour if you've done dirt, but obviously we haven't. Scars, we could put a little scar on. I don't like too much on, but you know, there's lots of little things. You could even do like a weird, you know, one dead eye or something. You know, you can do stuff like that on certain ones. I think I'll do that little red one there, just a little one. War paint, that's only if you want war paint on. I mean, you can put war paints on like this, you know, all this kind of stuff. Actually, I do quite like it on wood elves. I do like putting a little kind of design on it, but nothing too obtrusive. So I like them generally to be small. Quite small things out of the way, kind of like that, and then we can change that colour to whatever we want. So I think I'll go with something like blue, something like that. I think. What are the colours that we've got? Yellow. Yeah, it is a little bit sluggish. So I'm going to go for that one. Alright, and then we're going to go for face. And of course we can mess around with this. I'll try and make it as brief as possible. I think that will do. Nose height, we're not going to do that. Nose length, I'm not going to do that. She seems quite alright. Jaw, width, height, blah de blah. I might go wider on that one, just so she's not quite so thin. Jaw height is, I do believe it's Oh yeah, that's that part there. So let's do it so she's looking less angled. Jaw forward, I think is. I'm not really sure what that is, to be honest. Oh, I see. That's the actual jaw bone is actually moving forward. Cheekbone height. La la la. I won't bother with all that. That will do. I mean, I could go up or low. You know. I won't really bother with it. Laugh lines. You can put in nose color. I mean, I won't bother with all this stuff. I'll just do the eyes shape. But yeah, we've got a nice few different eye shapes. What do I do? I got them, to be honest. They've got really big eyes, but actually I quite like that with the big eyes. Eye color, yeah, we can have this. This is where we can have like a dead eye, you know, this kind of stuff. But yeah, we've got different kinds of eyes here. You know, nice yellow there, like a cat's eye. I mean, that's kind of bloodshot there. Let's go with, say, that. I won't bother with all these. Yeah, you can put eyeliner on. I mean, all this stuff. I don't think I'll bother with all that kind of stuff. Eyeshadow. I mean, I'll take away some of the eyeshadow. Don't want eye tint. Whatever. Brow. Yeah, let's see if we can pick a nice brow for her. I have occasionally done the Spock one. So, as I say, I'll try and keep this possible. But, you know, I've got to get it right. Because it's very important for my character. Right, I'm going to go with that. Brow height, blah blah blah. Brow width, brow forward, that's fine. Mouth, no, mouth, very important. It would be nice if we could zoom in here, but we can't. Mouth shape. Oh dear, oh god. God, some of them are a little bit hideous, aren't they? Probably that one. Yeah, if you're one of these ladies that likes the lips all puffed up, you go ahead and do that. But I find that not very. I find that distinctly not attractive in women at all. These massive lips, they look horrible. It's just not natural at all. Lip colour, I mean, we could do that. You know, you can go with the blues, whites, reds. You know, you name it, we can do it. Not as much as I would have thought. I just do it like that. That will do. Hair, of course, the most important part. And yeah, it's not looking great now, hair. But we can go from a nice flowing kind of hair like this. I mean, alright, it doesn't look terrifically lifelike, but you know, it's not bad. I think we've got a few more options on this too. Oh yeah, because with the hairstyles thing that I've got, we can do all this. So we can do some nice cool hairstyles. Look a little bit. Looks quite nice. So we've got a few extra hairstyles here, which is rather nice. So you know, Final Fantasy kind of thing, which is quite nice. I mean, I'm not saying they all look fantastically realistic, but you know, it's nice to have more choices. Some of these don't look as though they're suited for that particular time. I mean, that looks rather attractive. I quite like that. That does look very attractive. What colour? I don't know, but I tend to really like brunettes. But blondes are always nice as well. Blonde or brunette, this is the problem. I'll go with that. Right, and then I think that is it. So we press X, that's done. Do you want to finish and name the character? Yes, we want to call it Prisoner. We'll call this, and I'm very good at doing stupid names, so let's do stupid names. Let's call her Geralt. Frida, Fran. Give me a letter, and then I'll pick something. Let's see. Kate. Who's that woman in... I know, I've got a good one. The woman in Friends. Let's call her Jen. Jen Niffer. Jen Niffer. Jen Niffer. There you are. See, I knew I'd come out with a silly name at some point. Jen Niffer. So Jennifer Aniston. Oh, it's great stuff, isn't it? Okay, and then we sort of, you know, we got a second chance in life. We're not going to do the official start. Now, depending on what we do, so we could use this to start a new life. So we don't start coming in on a cart, okay? I do believe we can go in third person. So we don't have to go through all the tutorial bit. We could sleep in a bed as well. And then to start our new life, we activate the Statue of Mara.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
So we arrived on board a ship, which is very much like Morrowind. I own a property in one of the holds. That wouldn't be nice, we'd have a nice little house. Although it could be a crummy one. I'm a member of a guild, so we can start off as a member of a guild. I'm a patron at a local inn. Or I'm a soldier in the army. I got caught crossing the border illegally, which is the vanilla start, so that would start that whole normal entrance to Skyrim. I want to escape this cell. I'm an outlaw in the wilds. I'm a vigilante. Yeah, there's a lot of shoes here. I'm camping in the woods. I'm a vampire. So there's a lot of choices here. Or you can just do surprise me. I'm a necromancer. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of choices. I'm camping in the woods. I think the last time I did it, I was like shipwrecked off the coast or something. I'm camping in the woods.
The woods can be so peaceful this time of year. Good hunting.
Alright, and now this will activate our life. So to activate our new life, we just go to sleep. Alright, so nice different start here. Can we pick up that torch? No. And then we'll go on and see some of the wonderful strengths of Skyrim. Because it's still very popular even today. And if my original save on 360 could be brought into this game, I would love it, because I'd love to show you my character, because I'm like level 100 or something, with the best armor and the best weapons, you name it, I'm maxed to the full. So it would have been nice if I could show you that. So we've got this lovely loading screen where we're going to look at the objects, rotate them, start another life. So here we are. We're just in the middle of the woods somewhere. A little campsite. What did it say? To begin your... I've forgotten what that said now. We've completed Unbound, which is what the opening sequence is also called, Unbound. I'm going to search that and see if we've got anything, first of all. Now, this is probably a good idea to pick up. So... Now I can't see it because the recording bar is in the way, so I'm going to move it. I shan't be a sec. So yeah, I have to find a place to put this recording bar. It's going to get in the way wherever we go. Right, okay. I'm going to go to settings and we're going to alter the audio. I'm going to go up a bit on the master. The effects we're going to turn down because they can be quite loud. Voice we want on full. Music, although I love it, it's going to have to go down a bit. And I'm going to turn the 2 storms because that can be quite loud. And interior, we're just going to duck it down a little bit more. But I might just go a little bit more up. It is quite impressive. And then it's going to save that automatically for you. And we can do a quick save in a minute. Right, let me undo that. Now, we can search a lot of stuff in this game, and we can pick up most things in this game. So take is A. So I'm going to take a couple of them because I want to sell them. I'm going to take that because I want to sell it. I don't know, I need that for my health. Well, I need that for your health. So we'll probably take the gold. Some of that. So, yeah, we can sell some stuff. I'll sell that. These we're going to sell. That we're going to sell. All this we're going to sell. Okay, I could sell that as well. I could have said I'd take all. Now, the Lost Library, I think that's just a quest that I just got for free. We could pick up the Woodcutter's Axe. And we got my pet, yeah, you can have a pet mud crab, of course. These are little things that were free. They actually gave away something free. And of course we've got volumetric lighting, blah de blah. Because it's a special edition. Right, let me just very quickly look at the map. Okay, there's the map. Right, and it's not a bad map, as Todd Howard would say. You look up to the sky and you get transported up, and you can zoom in and hang on, where's the zoom in and out? Right, you got to zoom in and out. This just makes the roads and things a bit clearer, this vivid maps. I mean, it's still not fantastic, but you know, we're working with what we got. And if a mountain gets in the way, then it gets in the way. But we are right here in the middle of nowhere, camping out in the wild. Alright, I wonder what time of day it is. It's 10 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. On this, what was that, the 17th of last seed, which is toward the end of spring. And the 4th era. And what is the year? 4th era 201. Now I'm thinking I'm starving. Let's start the day. Oh, we've got a little bit of armour, so we're going to do a bit of cooking. Of course, Breath of the Wild copied this, although they animated it a lot better. Okay, there's nothing to cook. Right, but we can chop a bit of wood if we want, and we can sell that. Let's chop a bit of wood. But really, I ought to get on with it. So it is nice doing this alternative start. Right, that will do. I think we can stop it just by pressing a button. Right, so I've got a camp here. I'm going to wander off. Now, one of the beautiful things about Skyrim is, and yeah, it's a little bit foggy around here, as you can see. So we've got some nice weather effects and things, and volumetric lighting, as Todd Howard would say. And I have got a texture mod on, which just improves things like rocks. I mean, it's still a bit iffy, you know, but it's slightly better. But one of the wonderful things about this game is you can just go off in a random direction, and this game is absolutely full of places, structures. You know, wherever you go, there is a place. In fact, I'm going to see, first of all, there is something interesting to see, which is one of the great strengths of this. Now, I'm going to put that as a favourite. Oh, I press drop. Don't drop the only weapon that we have. Okay, so I got to favourite it. Yeah, I know about favourites. And, well, we don't need to favourite that, but it might come in handy. That's the only weapons we got, so we've only got an axe if we want to hit people with it. We're wearing some nice fur armour, so that's nice. We could wear a mage's one if we wanted to. See, it didn't even ask us whether we wanted to be a mage or whatever, because we can actually do whatever we want. Now, we obviously want to favourite that. So I'm going to favourite stuff which I need, so that we can go into this quick menu. So all this stuff is good to eat. And, you know, the only trouble with that is it makes sure regeneration's slower, so I don't particularly like that, but it could be handy in an emergency. And then if we eat this, we unlock a property of it, and we'll be able to see that at some point. This is just two things to read. One is about, you know, advanced follower tweaks, and the other is about that more dwarven thingy. And this is where this odd bits are, like jewelry, stuff like that. So now we've got favourite, we can push up on the D-pad, and we can assign these. And I'm going to assign that as my number 2 weapon, right? Because this is the kind of stuff you could do. This is the thing that's really cool about this. You know, you can do the UI as you kind of want. Where is the woodcutter's axe? And then this one, by pushing left, it assigns that as number 1. And what that means is, if I press push to the left now, I will arm number 1. If I push to the right on the D-pad, I'll get the bow. So I can very quickly transfer between the two, and I can also very quickly take a healing potion. Okay, if you had connect, which I did on this, you could actually say assign healing spell, and then all you got to do is say healing spell, and you would heal you with just with your voice. So it was all cool stuff like that you could do with Kinect, which was a wonderful actual addition to this game. It really did work well, and you could tell your follower to do, to follow you, to kill that person. You could actually just talk to them instead of having to click on them, go into their menu, pick the right item. You could actually do that yourself. Right, let's see where we are on the map. So we're kind of near. There's Sophia over in Whiterun. This is kind of near that big mountain. I mean, we could go to Whiterun. I might actually go here. Let's go to Helgen. I don't know, where is it? Helgen, I think, has been taken over. But that seems to be where our marker is. And we got a marker here. And that's one of the beautiful things about the compass. You notice the UI is fairly clean. We've just got a little UI at the top. The only time the UI will come up is when we're fighting. Say we lose health, then the health bar will come up. So these things will only show up while we're fighting. So that's a nice clean UI that we have. So just a compass. Nice. And of course we're going to have the beautiful music of Skyrim in the background by that man, somebody Soul. I have forgotten his name. It's not David Soul, I don't think. I forgot his name, but he did music to all the Elder Scrolls games. But he won't be doing it for the 6th one. Yeah, I think they want to change it now. Here comes some foxes. I wonder if I've got any magical spells, first of all. We do have the animal command, so I'm going to favourite that. We have that one, and... Well, this is the one it might come in handy. So I could switch to that at some point if we do the flames. And this is just like a random encounter here, a hunter stalking its prey there, and we can grab that. Sorry, lady. I stole your goods there.
For years.
Have you? Oh, I'll put the axe away. Sorry. Hello, madam. How are you?
My poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he?
Well, what have you got for
Take a
sale?
look.
So we can barter. So we can buy or sell items. Item above the divider are the person we're buying it from. The one below it, Jennifer, is us, of course. So if we click on her, this is what she's got to. A bit of venison would be nice. I'll have a slice of that, please. And miscellaneous elk hide. So that's the whole lot. And that is if we want to look at each category. But we could give her stuff in return. So I could give her that, for instance, and she might put that on. But I've barely got anything, so why should I? A nice dog there. Hello, doggy. Yes, woof woof. And all that jazz. So let's head towards... Where is it? Helgen? It's a fine, frosty morning. A grim, frosty morning. I'll put the music up. Let me put the music up. The music is rather soothing and glorious, but sometimes it will overpower. So we just turn it up a bit because it is worth hearing the music in Skyrim, because the music in this is excellent, and we're going to get all kinds of weather. I think the storms one just exaggerates the stormy weather and makes it very, very loud, like in real life. And I have the whole soundtrack of Skyrim. Whoa, that's a surprise. We didn't expect that, Ray. And then once we get somewhere, I can show you some of the wonderful things about Skyrim. It's very unique in some of the things that it does. It's just that the graphics are looking a bit dated now, but yeah, this came out on that special day, 11/11/11, and I put a video that shows all the trailers for this game. And you can see all that now. I put that in the playlist, the Skyrim playlist. Right, we discovered Helgen. Now this is where, if you do the vanilla version, this is where you start the game. You come in through these gates, and you went past all this, and you know, all around here, but it's all practically totally destroyed. And it's, I don't even know if you can get through it, but there's a tower there. So yeah, we can just investigate Helgen. So we're going to go in, and it's just going to be a random start. So this is where the dragon, remember the dragon landed on the top there, and then we had to run round, go round here. Do you remember that when we did the proper start? And then we came out here and a guy said, oh, I've got the little kid, and hit him over in the corner there, and the dragon came down, you know. Right, we're going to come down here, and what have we got here? Activate the burnt corpse. The body turns to ashes, you touch it, but somehow a leather journal survived the attack. Right, let's read the journal, shall we? So we go to items and go to books. There, let's read this. Completed, read the journal, investigate the cave mentioned in the journal, or warn the residents. So this is the alternative start. This is one of the ways it gets you into it. You can still go back to that main quest, you know, do the whole Bleak Falls Barrow, because if you want the dragon stuff, you know, where you can suck the life out of dragons and all this kind of stuff and be dragonborn, you got to go through that Bleak Falls Barrow, get that dragonstone thing and bring that back. But if you don't want to do that and you want to completely miss that whole stuff out, we can by just not doing that. This journal contains several undated entries. Hard to believe I filled up that whole journal already. I never realised how much of Cyrodiil I hadn't seen yet. So much diversity, yet so much destruction from the Great War. A lot of history has been lost here forever. The expedition is ending soon, and everyone will be returning home. I have one last task to perform before I do the same. I'll send the other journal ahead with my supplies and the artifacts we've recovered. Secondary, receive word from my contacts in Skyrim, and we just move the joystick to the right, we turn the page. I hope this is not too long. Oh, it is going to be a little bit long. Okay, but this is kind of our backstory, I presume. So I might have to read it. Right, where was I? All seem quiet for now, probably for the first time since High King Toriog was killed. I should be able to make the crossing quiet enough during the night, so long as there are no Imperial patrols to deal with. So much for being discreet. I crossed the river near a small village near Helgen and made my way up the Darkwater crossing. Unfortunately, I couldn't get back to my camp. I can't get back to my camp now because the area is filled with Imperial patrols. It seems they are searching for someone very important. If I'm not mistaken, someone they intend to ambush here. This could be the very thing I am seeking here in Skyrim, but crossing the border in the dead of night without passing through the checkpoints has turned out to be a very bad plan. I woke early this morning with an Imperial sword pressed to my neck. A patrol found me camped under a rock outcropping on the edge of a volcanic marshes. I guess I wasn't as well hidden as I thought. I have no idea where they're taking us, but I've been stuffed into the back of a rickety old cart being pulled by an even more rickety old nag. At least let me keep my journal for now. Shore's bones, which is kind of a saying like, oh heck. Shore's bones, which is a god, by the way. If only I had known sooner. The ambush, the captives in the cart with me. The ambush, comma. The captives in the cart with me, Stormcloak rebels led by none other than Ulfric Stormcloak himself. Oh right, it's kind of the start. There's no reason to explain properly. I scarcely believe it myself. If it hadn't been for the dragon, I'd not been here to write this down. Yes, a dragon, a big black, as large as the towers of the keep itself. It swooped out of nowhere and laid waste to the village and the keep. General Tullius didn't take my head today, or the heads of several Stormcloak rebels, but that doesn't matter now. Hadvar and Rayloff set aside their differences to help the survivors. They went into the lower keep hours ago. Something about caves with a back entrance. I don't think they're coming back. I have to say, I have to see if I can get back out of the city and down to Riverwood. Someone needs to warn them. This building won't remain still for much longer. I still can't believe it. A dragonborn straight out of the legend? Nobody back home would ever believe me. So it is kind of. So I wish I hadn't done this now, because this is kind of doing the main story, but through a book and a journal. Are we going through there? Let me look at the map. We got an interior map as well. Alright, so we got to go over there. We've got to investigate this cave. So I presume we're going out of there. Now normally it will point to this doorway to get out, but it could be that we got to go round. Because it's not, if you got to go through the door, it will actually have the thing on the door, and it's not. So I'm guessing it's not. Right, let's see if we can get around there somehow. How am I going to get around there? Probably, because that leads inside a building, so we don't want to go that way. There we go. But yeah, if it's inside a door, it will put the arrow on the door. So, and we've got you can either do the hold. There is a you can change the option from hold to run to toggle. I've got it on toggle, but as soon as you sort of hit any kind of obstruction, it will stop that toggle until you run out of stamina, of course. Stamina is low, which may prevent you from sprinting or using power attacks, and it also affects your. If you use the axe and you run out of stamina, because every swipe of your uses stamina, and you just get a very light blow in if you've got very little stamina left, which is a nice little touch. I wouldn't say the combat is tremendously visceral in Skyrim, but it's good enough, and I thought it was a good improvement over Oblivion. Oblivion I absolutely loved. It was so immersive. I like medieval RPGs, I must admit. Those are my kind that I like, but I do like other kinds of RPGs as well, i.e. Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a completely different kind of game from me, but kind of that, primitive kind of start off and progression, etc. So let's try and make this as fast as possible. I'll put the sneak on. And of course you can do some mountain climbing in this as well, and you can slide down mountains, all that kind of stuff, because that's what we can do. And maybe in the next Elder Scrolls, maybe we'll be able to do the old Breath of the Wild trick, and we might be able to do that as well, which would be cool. I'm going to save it here just in case I die, because there's a slight drop there. Oh no, we made it. Uh-oh. We got beset by wolves. So we could kind of do our own story here. Well, we came out of Heilgun and we got attacked by some dogs. There's the old animation. And there are different animations for different weapons, which is a nice feature. This looked like some... Yeah, you can do... So in this game you can mine, and mining in this is, more like proper mining, where you're actually hacking away at it. And in VR it's the same. I've got this game in VR as well. And you can literally mine in this game. You can craft weapons, you can, get hide and turn that into leather on a tanning... you can, improve your armor. All that kind of stuff you can do with this game, which is one of its strengths really, is stuff like that. So we are kind of doing a similar start to the start. So I haven't tried all these alternative starts, but this seems to be kind of a slightly different route and different scenarios, which is quite nice. Very foggy, we've had some real bad weather. So where are we going? I think we got to go over to Riverwood, have we? And of course we can swim, and in VR you can actually swim using your arms. Alright, let's look at the map to see where we're going. It looks like... Oh, don't tell me I went the wrong way. Are you kidding me? Did I go the wrong way? It looks like I went the wrong way. I was looking at the Sophia tracking marker. And I do like the fact we could do all this. And I don't know how. I mean, they won't be able to do this on the next generation, will they? They'll only like, you know, a few seconds. But I quite like this on the loading screen. I think it's rather cool. So let me remove that Sophia tracker, because that is rather throwing me off at the moment. So let me turn that one off so that I'm not confused. So obviously I was following the Sophia mapper, which is in Helgen. Sorry about that, I've messed this up already. I'll do it for about an hour and then I might sort of just do a continuation one later today or maybe another day. I'll sort of continue this alternative start. I mean, I did one alternative start where I was absolutely in the middle of nowhere in the north of the map in freezing cold with just rags on me, no weapons, no armour. And so I ended up having to go around to the finding villages and just stealing. So I ended up creating my own story, and you know, she turned out to be a little bit of a thief. And we kept that going throughout the whole story of the game. So it was kind of, I made my own story up. It was kind of great in that way. Right, here's a cave here. To Helgen Keep, no less, which is where we came out. So this is one of the other alternative starts. I shall have to try different starts. I'm waiting for a nice sunny day so we can see all the lovely weather and stuff. But it's very miserable at the moment. So all we've got is an axe. Got no half decent weapons. So it's kind of reverse of what we did when we started it on vanilla, isn't it? It was Hadvar. I came to see what was going on here. Are you mad? You need to warn Riverwood. Quit messing around and get down it. Yeah, there's no speech options on this, obviously, because this was added separately. What? What? No, you don't understand. So I've got to bring him a healing potion. So see what I mean. It's a slightly different start. No, you don't understand. Once I'm back on my feet, we can go together and warn them. So long as that dragon isn't still out there. Right, so what we got to do? We got to give him a healing potion. Have we got on a healing potion? It's a very good question. Yes, I have one right here. Excellent. I'll take whatever you have to offer. There you go. I'll give you one of those. Right, we've got to get out of the cave. That's better. Damn it. Look out, that was close.
Keep an eye out for trouble. It's only a matter of time.
Okay, so the only lines that he will speak is what is normally in the game. So we got to follow him out. He's going to collapse soon. So it's a slight variation on that opening start. Maybe not quite so impressive, but they're all meant to be a little bit different. It just gives you a different way of playing it. And I do love just wandering out into the open, and we end up just you can just randomly just walk around the whole of Skyrim and just unearth quests. You can complete quests before they've even been given you.
But I don't
and
think
then
we
you
should
go back
stick around to see if he comes back. The closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out.
Oh, we're kind of starting.
It'd be best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Well, you want me to split up then, do you? I mean, I've only just met you, for goodness sake. So it looks like we're out of a vanilla game. Oh well. When is this horrible, miserable weather gonna go away? Let's put away the axe for a minute. But yeah, I could do with a change of... it's a very gloomy start, but I suppose that's part of the atmosphere, isn't it?
You should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
I don't know if I want to do that. Thank you very much. Why should I? Let me see. Options. I'm going to turn it up a bit. It's a bit hard to tell how high this is until I play it back, but Bob's your uncle? Who cares? I'll turn the steps down a bit. Voice we want full on, and music, I want it nicely in the background. But yeah, nice little settings there for the, you know, the interior. So you know you can have it. I mean, it's still going to be loudish. But normally, when you go inside a building, you can barely hear anything in the normal Skyrim. But yeah, rather misty, miserable all day to start. And we can actually read the signs really well too. I think I've got the signs one on, so the signs come out really well. Anyway, we don't want to mess around with him. Oh, it's a bit misty to see. Yeah, alright. So we're kind of reproducing the original start now. Wish I hadn't done this one. Oh, there's the old stones. I'm an elf, so I'm gonna concentrate on things. I'm not gonna do the warrior. I'm probably gonna do this one, the thief one, because that will give me learn stealth skills faster. So I'm gonna do that. But God, what a miserable day! It's a bit like it is outside here, actually, although it's not so misty as this. There's a cave up there, I think. I think I'd done all that last time, so let's not do that. It's really miserable, isn't it? Oh, God, I'll be glad to get some sleep. Wake up in the morning and hopefully it's going to be a little bit brighter than this, because this is tragic at the moment. Dare I say, it's not a very exciting start to the game. But you know, you pays your money and you takes your choice. What's that got to do with it? I don't know. So this is just an experiment. I mean, because of all this volumetric lighting, you know, it's all going to come out as a blocky old mess as usual. It's looking fairly good on here, I must admit, but it never seems to come out great. Obviously, a capture card is the way to go, but let's hope they improve the animation and people don't get stuck on rocks like that.
Did I
Hello,
see you talking to
Fayendal.
Sven? Maybe not. Maybe. Never mind. But I would stay away from him if I were you.
I'm not interested. I might choose Sven, to be honest. Kind of like Sven. What time of day is it? It's nearly 6 o'clock. They might all be going to sleep now. Alvor, old friend.
Every day we get visitors in Riverwood.
Alvor said you could help me out.
That far? How do you know?
Well, he's a friend. He promised you could help, and he helped me. Well, he didn't help me escape prison, but he's a friend I just met.
Hadvar. But you didn't answer my question. How do you know him?
Dragon attack, organized story, blah 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 blah.
Suit
Never mind.
yourself. I hate to turn away any friend of Hadvar, but in times like these, you understand if I can't just take your word for it.
Alvor said you could help me
Shows up
out.
here and vouches for you. Then I'll see what I can do for you.
Oh God. It's like that, is it?
Until next time.
Alvor! Hurry up. There he is. Who's this guy here?
Uncle Alvar, hello.
Hadvar, what are you doing here? Are you on leave from Shores, Bones? What happened to you, boy? Are you in some
Uncle,
kind
please,
of trouble?
keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we should go inside to talk.
What's going on? And who's this?
She's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything, but we need to go inside.
Okay, come inside then. Sigrid will get you something to eat, and you can
And we
tell
can
me
zoom in
all
like that.
about it.
And yeah, they will pop up and down the steps like that. Elder Scrolls 6, or although I doubt if I'll be around when that comes out, 'cause it looks like it's going to take another 10 years the way it's going. You will have a lot better animations by then. It looks positively crude compared to Horizon Zero Dawn, but it was done on the 11th of the 11th of the 11th, and I do believe at 11 o'clock,
Sigrid, we have
which is an awesome day for gaming. Right then, talk to Alva.
iron and steel mostly. I might even have some of your fancy elven pieces lying around somewhere.
That'd be nice. What's happened to your head? Do you have any supplies I
Of
could
course.
take?
Take what you need. But what's all this about? What are you two doing here?
Well, it's a pretty dress. Apparently he wears a pretty dress. Let's see, what can be out? Well, the bread would be nice. Carrots would always be nice. I mean, I could always rustle up something on the old cooker. A hawker loaf. Yeah, I mean, he's a very generous chap, and also I have that. He doesn't seem to mind if I pinch his ring. Or his beer. Oh, I'm going to have a honey... Dragon attack, who escapes it? Yeah.
Dragon? In Helgen?
Yeah, something like that.
That explains what I saw earlier. Flying down the valley from the south. I was hoping I was wrong about what I thought it was.
Dragon flew off this
You're
way,
right.
you must have seen
I
it.
saw it. Didn't want to believe my own eyes is all. A dragon. Here in Skyrim.
Yeah, surprising, isn't it? God,
What
I've
this
kind of
world
recreated
comes
the
to.
start of my normal one.
First the war, now dragons. Trouble loves company, they say. The Jarl
Aye.
needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. River
Oh God, I'm going to do the whole
We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that,
Yeah.
be in your
Whatever.
anytime.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
We've been so worried about you.
What if I nick your stuff out of your chest? Well, apparently I can take that stuff, but obviously take the red stuff.
You two must be hungry.
They will not like me at all. I did that with the orc. I came in here and just took everything, attacked everybody, killed everybody. You can't kill the main quest people,
I don't know where
but you know,
I was assigned to General Tullius' escort.
I practically killed
We will
everybody
stop
and
the
got a
damage,
massive fine,
we
and
will
nobody would
attack
let me back again.
by a
Hello,
dragon.
Sigrid.
Make yourself at home.
I didn't believe it at first either.
How do I get from
Follow the road
Whiterun?
north. When you get to Hunningbrew Meadery, turn left and the road will take you to the city gates. It's
Thank
not
you.
far. We used to go to the market there every month or so until the roads got so dangerous with the war and all.
Really?
Laura's mercy.
How exciting.
A dragon?
Can I
In
do some
Helgen?
cooking on your cooking
Why, you could be here
pile?
at any moment.
I'm sure River
Uh,
will be all right, dear.
I don't think we got the
Yeah,
correct
well,
ingredients because, you know, we need, like, you know,
Sure to send soldiers.
tomato sauce. We haven't got any garlic, obviously.
Let's hear
And we
the
can't
rest.
do a poison
Not
green
much more
apple.
to tell you.
Didn't know we could do a
Dragon
poison
flew
green
over,
apple,
just
but yeah,
wrecked
I mean, I
all
like
the
first
place.
person.
Mass confusion.
I wonder if
don't
they
know
mind if we go
anyone's
down here. I
gone.
mean, they might not mind. I
doubt
mean,
I
obviously,
made out
things are
myself
stolen.
with nothing.
But the beauty of this game is you can
I
press
need
and
to get
hold
back to
that,
Solitude and let them
Okay.
know what's happened.
and you can move it
I
around.
thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, and place to stay.
Of course. Any friend
And we
of
can,
ours
you know,
is a
place
friend of mine.
things on people's heads.
Glad to help however
You know, it's a bit weird with the thing in that it
Take
goes
what you
upside
need, my
down.
friend. Within reason, of course.
All right. Didn't see that, did
Hello,
you?
friend.
Hadvar, did you really see a dragon? What did it look
But
like?
yeah, we can have fun, throw this at people. I mean, we do all kinds of stuff.
Hush,
Well,
George.
By pressing it again. But this is one of the things you can do with Skyrim is we can pick up stuff. If we pick up that, we'll get in trouble. We can pick some glass. Yeah, I'll have all that, mate, because, you know, I'm pretty light on that salt at the moment. Anything in there? If it says empty, don't empty it, Ray. Fair enough. But yeah, you know, if we want to take a basket,
It's nice to be
You just
back in
press and
friendly
hold
spot,
A.
huh?
and we'll go along, and we'll just put it on
Listen,
somebody's
I'm
head.
going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here. I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the
I'm
road.
downstairs, by the way.
From there you can take a carriage
But, you
to
know,
Solitude.
I'm kind of a bit fed up with Hadvar. So we're going to put a basket on his head. And
I hope I'll see you in Solitude. Good luck.
well, that's one of the beauties of Skyrim, is you could do this kind of weird stuff. We could pick up the book there. and we could just, you know, I mean the basket will flop off. Or flop. There's a shield there. I wonder if they'd mind if I had that shield. Yeah, they would mind if I had that shield. But we don't have to do what the game tells us. Oh God, I'll tell you what, I wonder if they let me sleep in her bed, because I could do with a change in the weather. It's a absolute miserable start. I wonder if they'll let me sleep in a bed. Can I sleep in that? Apparently I can sleep in that bed. Oh no, it's owned. That means means it's owned by somebody. Apparently I'm getting a double bed, which is really nice. So I'm gonna go have a nice little sleep for, let's see, 12 hours would be 8 o'clock in the morning. I think that'd be a nice time to get up, and hopefully the weather would have cleared. And it won't be miserable as sin, and it won't be pouring down with rain. And this will probably take a fraction of a second.
Take what you need, my friend. Apologies.
Did you really see
And
a
of course we
dragon?
could go up on the table here, and we could take the bread. We can take this cheese wedge. We can take the potatoes. I would like that cooked bit of salmon there. We could take the fork. I could even take the wooden plate if I want. So this kind of stuff, you know, we take a carrot. We could take that, lift it up and just throw it across the room. And you can do all that in VR as well, which is awesome. And yeah, I would love to put this on the PlayStation and show you me playing this in VR. Oh, we've gone from a really miserable day to an absolutely pouring down with rain kind of day. And then there's no wetness on our characters. The creation engine doesn't go that far. But you know, I'm feeling kind of thirsty. As you can see, it's a bit like my Project Spark one, you know. Where you come in, there's that lady who saw the dragon. There's the is this one here, you know, with the old Riverwood trader, you know. But oh, here comes the thunder and lightning. Oh, I think it's time to go in for a quick dose of beer, because I'm absolutely soaked now. I was miserable before, now I'm soaked. Let's go in the pub and have a drink. Jeez. Nice bit of music in here.
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch. Did you hear me?
Yep, ale's going
God.
bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon.
Well, you can tell who owns the
Come on
pub,
in.
can't you?
You know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Well, that's very kind of you. All right, we'll take a seat by the fire. I will take you up on that offer, thank you. And we're going to third person. Apparently I can't eat the bread because I haven't ordered a meal yet. Let's see if he actually comes along and...
You are going to brew a new batch of ale, right? Like we talked about? What we have's been sitting in that barrel for over a month.
Yep,
Gosh, you didn't even let the guy sit down for 2 seconds.
don't I always?
I don't suppose I could convince you to take care of it now, could I?
Oh, okay.
I should have guessed.
Yeah, just go off and do something else, Delphine. I don't think I'm in the mood yet. Although maybe I am in the mood. Maybe he is in the mood. He decided to walk up that little step there for some reason. I don't know. He doesn't like to walk a nice straight, and we can just move anytime we want. And apparently he's going to get on and do the sweeping up now. Well, there's a poor guy down here.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, Embry.
Got
What do
any
you have a
ale
drink
or
on me?
mead?
Oh, I got a little bit of wine. How about that?
All right then.
And immediately brings it out of nowhere with his thumb pointing through the cup. Have a drink on me, Embry, you
We got
drunken old
rooms and
scrote.
Drink too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
What if I get him in the chest? A kettle! I wouldn't mind a kettle. In fact, if you pushed it on the right button here, we can see this in all its glorious detail. Another one of the wonderful things about Skyrim. And apparently they're letting me have that purse, which is very nice. Secret wardrobe there. And what about that? That's very kind. It's kind of very generous in this town. Let me have that. That's very kind of them. Yeah, beautiful. Hello. Sorry, I was just having a little look in. Look at you, don't mind. I'm sorry. Did I upset you? If you could move out of the way, I might be able to get out the door. My God, the graphics are tremendous, aren't they? Yeah, if you'd like to move back a little bit.
You just find that lying around?
Oh, hang on.
Must
I
be
think
your
we're
lucky day.
we're never going to get out of here. Apparently, she can teleport out of the way.
Need a room?
Who's in here? Anybody? Nope. Well, I'm fed up. This is like a boring place. It's really boring start to Skyrim, actually. I wish I'd never done it now. God, it's a beast out here, isn't it? Absolute beast. But we can just randomly wander off in any direction. And I did have a Lord of the Rings Moria at one point on this. Oh, it's filthy weather. Filthy. Piece of fish there. Oh. Well, when will we get a sunny day? Don't know where. In fact, where that camp was marked. Is it actually marked on the map? Where I first started? No? So we just took camp in the middle of nowhere and now we've abandoned the camp and we'll never find it again. Do you know what? I'm not going to go the way that we normally go. Oh yeah, let me show you some of the things. Yeah, let me show you some of the, I want to show you some of the things that's really good about Skyrim. You know, in some games you can go off to a blacksmith and you will do stuff. Alright, that makes sense. But Skyrim, I could do stuff myself. We are not incapable. Yeah, I think the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be a lot further leap. And if it's not in 4K, it'll be very disappointing. But we want fantastic animation. We want an improved speech. We want more visceral, you know, stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. I wonder if this guy might let me have a few of these little bars, because you know he's a friend of Advar. He'll let us have all that, and he'll let us improve our armor. A bit of that. No, we can't do that. We can't. Oh, we haven't got any leather. Anybody got any leather? Hey, you, Jimmy.
Take what you need, my friend. Within reason, of course. I see.
Can I
no
use a
harm.
forge?
The grindstone will if you've got the raw material.
Yeah, blah blah.
You can use the forge to make something new.
But yeah, we can go in here and we can make stuff. Now, of course, we haven't got any leather, but we can make loads of stuff. So we can forge our own stuff, and each time we do it, and Skyrim, one of the beauties of it is as you play, whatever you play and whatever you do, it will level you up according to how you play. So, you know, if I decide, oh, well, you know, I want to chop up some wood for half an hour, you know, that might you know, strengthen up that particular skill. If you want to start crafting loads of armor, you know, you're going to, the crafting skill will go up. So it's all kind of stuff like that. It's kind of cool in VR, I'll tell you, going in war. I'm just going to wander off, because one of the parts of this game which is great is you can just wander off, and there are tons and tons of places in this game. Hundreds of quests. Side quests, main quests, you know, all kinds. And if I think in one of this in here, there is a chest. There is a map somewhere, map number 1, I do believe, and if you find it in that tree stump, I think, because once you access the map, it spawns the you know, the treasure box. Well, look, somebody invited me to join the Project Spark Creators Club. Not at this moment, so we can just wander off, and there's a little house over here, or some kind of structure, and we will always get things like little monuments, just little just little random things. And sometimes they'll have a little sword on. They might even have an Easter egg, although it's not Easter. Could do with a change in the weather. It's been a see. It's what I mean. This game started off nice and sunny in the normal game, but in this is we've had rotten bad luck, haven't we? Rotten, I tell you. Oh, was that random or yeah, random little cabin that I went to once, and then she ended up sending the law onto me. This cave over there. Let's go ahead for a cave. You can get married, you have kids. You can even make your own house in this game. So it's got a lot of stuff in this. There's a red mark, which means there's somebody going to come and attack me. There we are. Take that. I'm going to switch to the bow. I said I'm going to switch to the bow. Some reason. Oh, sorry. I pressed the wrong button. So I'm going to head towards that cave because it's always interesting to see a cave. But yeah, the old animations do need working out. Please don't let us be the creation engine, Bethesda. I mean, I'm not saying I want it to be Unreal Engine, but you know, please use the Decima engine for Horizon Zero Dawn, and also used by Death Stranding. Hideo Kojima used the Decima engine for his Death Stranding, and then tailored that to how he wanted it to run, which is what a lot of them do. They take a thing and they just adapt it how they want. Now we may have trouble getting over that. So immediately we've got a bit of a challenge here, just trying to get to this cave. So we've become a mountain climber all of a sudden, but it could be a path. Do you remember when we come out up there? Remember we came out up there and when you did the vanilla one? We sort of came out sort of around this area, wasn't it? I don't know. It's got a bit boring really, hasn't it? It's been pretty dull, Ray. It's been pretty dull. Not really a great advert for Skyrim, but we're going to go Skyrim jumping, because you can do that. Please, please, Bethesda, let us do Breath of the Wild. Now, I could mess up here. Whoa. Let me look at the... I'll do an auto-save, just in case this all goes wrong. Let me have a look at the settings and see what... We're on a depth which is normal. Look sensitivity, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can turn all this stuff off every 5 minutes. Yeah, I want it fairly often. Where's the 4K option? It would be nice to have the 4K option. Right, Brittleskin Pass apparently is nearby. Oh, I felt that. Where is it? Let's just randomly go in here, shall we? And then I think I'm going to go and Emmy Din Din. Sorry, excuse me for playing like, acting like a 3-year-old. I think we better sneak here. And we get a nice atmospheric music. There's something there. And we can pick mushrooms, blah 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 blah. We can do all that. We get nice peaceful elements interspersed with sudden shocks like that, which nearly made me jump out of my skin. Hi there, young sir. You're hitting me. They are quite brittle. Oh, don't you hit me. Help! Hang on, hang on, hang on. I need a health potion rather sharply. Elves are particularly good at, you know, with bows, so we get an advantage. There's the bone mill that I need to do some cooking. And of course we could pick up the arrows. We could grab a bone like that and we can just fling it about. We could do that as well. Although, not everything, because you can't do everything in this Skyrim. I mean, come on. Some things are heavy and you can't carry them. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? It has weight and value. Blah-de-blah. No, I don't even feel hungry. Nice atmospheric music. And of course we always walk around the Skyrim like this. It makes the game, you know, 600 hours instead of 300 hours. And of course, get this guy, I think it matters about the head, but if we get it, we're going to get an advantage and 3 times or whatever it is. And mages can be a severe problem in this game. Unless you're a genius. They can cause you all kinds of stuff. Problems. Always bringing somebody to... Oh, it kind of hit the wall there. He's coming for me. AI's working. Right, okay. I could punch him. Let me change to that, because it may not change. The best way to deal with these guys is just darn well go in there and hack the life out of them. I find with mages. Of course, if that fails, which it is at the moment, we could do this instead. Hang on. Help! And a bit of stamina. Yeah, you didn't like that now, Mr. Toasty. What you got anyway? I'll have the steel arrow and I'll deprive you of your clothing just for being horrible and whipping that at me. Oh look, and instantly the thing that he's you know, which kind of makes sense, you know, if he's conjured this thing, obviously, yeah, I know how to lockpick, I'm not an idiot. Although that's kind of proving me I am a bit of an idiot. Well, it's always a depth, so it's going to be a little bit tricky. But we'll get there. We just got to... Once we get a bit of movement, see, then we'll be well on our way. So if I go that way a bit... Right, not that way. So it's back a bit. I reckon about there. And we get a bit of feedback. Ooh. And of course we've got to remember that position. Which was there, wasn't it? Got a bit more? Oh, this has proven a tricky one. How many have we got left? 2. There? Let's try like there then. Oh, it doesn't like it. Oh, I should have marked that then. I usually go by a marker. Very close there. Let's go teeny weeny. No, too much. Okay, we can't get in there then. Got a torch? There's a bed. We can instantly get a refreshment. I'll take that arrow. What's in there anyway? Oh, look at this. Lingering post. Oh yeah, and a puff is flingy. We'll have that. It's a longbow apparently. Well, we can sell a longbow. I mean, Won't take long. It won't. Now we could arcanely enchant things, but I don't know if we got anything that we can disenchant. Let's disenchant that. Why not? Let's learn that effect. And then what we can do is we can enchant. We can fortify that. Right? No trouble is we'll need a soul gem, which we haven't got, so what's the point? Oh, wait a minute though. There is a soul gem there. You never know, this could be an Easter egg for all I know. Although it doesn't look like an Easter egg, do it? This gives us a increase in conjuration, so we have skill books. What's in the skeleton? Gold coins. These are just books we can read. So if you want to do a lot of reading in this game, you can also learn lots of lore about the Elder Scrolls and all its wonder. Which I've read quite a lot of them actually. Some are very long, some of them are short, some of them are not quite as short as being long, but they are interesting. I find them very interesting. You on the other hand will probably go, what a load of trosh, Ray. Bit of rope there. There's something down there which is giving me the evil eye, so I'm gonna get my bow out. It's quite nice about the physics of this game is you can sort of hit stuff and you know it will bounce off a wall and it will stick into wood. You know, it's got sort of kind of physics to it. And they kind of creak like you'd expect a few bones to do with no muscles and stuff. Kind of makes sense. Get away from me, vicious skeleton. And they're always handy for a bit of gold. Or an ancient sword. Now that I would like. Thank you very much. Let's have a whacking great big Nordic Jimbom of a thing. Pick up the arrows. But yeah, it's quite nice if you can pick up this stuff. Yeah. Alright, that's a bit heavy that. It's only bone, I mean we should better pick that up. What is this place? See what I mean? And some of these caves, I'll tell you what, you can go on for 3/4 of an hour to an hour exploring these caves, and no two are unique, by the way, in these caves. Every single one is different in this game. You will not find cut and paste in this game. It's all handcrafted. By hand. Sorry. Right, I'm going to go down there and we're going to... It does automatically... It does have a little bit of detail on here, you know, like, you know, it's got walls and things. And occasionally, you know, if there's a table there, it might show up a table. But, you know, it's quite crude. I would like it to be like a paper kind of design, like The Witcher. What is that? Talk to your Jarl of Bing Bongs. But we're going on our own little adventure here. We ain't got a clue where we're going, where we've been, where we're coming back. That's where I come down, isn't it? So instantly I'm lost. And we've got a creepy atmosphere. Is that the exit? Where'd I come in? I come in there. Apparently I've gone all the way through here. So this is not too long, this one. Oh look, after you use shout power, the compass outline will glow brightly. It fades from the centre, indicating the time until you can shout again. That's correct. These are these weird priests. Hrothgar. Oh, look at this. Hallelujah, we have a lovely, beautiful day. I think it's time to put out the sword, stand up on a cliff top like this, and just admire the beauty. And we can see for miles and miles And it's you know, I can't see a lot of drawing there. Grass goes on for a nice, you know, a nice fairway. Nice compact engine, the Creation engine. I've had a little fiddle on it, but it's, you know, it's fairly complicated. It's like just like a jigsaw puzzle. It's got a lot of parts in it, and you just bang them in and create your own little world and stuff. Do your own AI, you know. I mean, it's complicated stuff. But I think they should. Hello? I hear the sound of wolves. Be on your guard, Jen. Here it comes. Is there something coming here? There's a nice butterfly there. And of course we could pluck the wings off of these guys, or we could cut them in twain with our sword. It seems a bit cruel, you know, great big, you know, sword like that, hacking through it. And tell you what, it takes some doing. Or we could just slice through this delicious beast of war. And we just come along, random things. And they could tell little stories. Right, well, I'm intrigued straight away. It's got kind of these stone things. So there could be a clue to unlocking something here. Aha! We have our first puzzle. When we've got rid of the wolves. We can block, and we can slice and dice, and one probably a thing that a lot of people don't know about this game is we can slash in different directions. If you'll pardon the expression, if I go left to right, like you see, we're slashing left to right. If we just hold it up like that and go down, we can hit a strike like that. So there are different ways you can do it. You can do it at an angle. If I can get it right, you've got to sort of start it off there. I can't remember how you do it at an angle, but apparently you can do it at an angle as well. But most people just press the button and that's it. Right, now it might give us a clue. If we press this thing here, when we got these things lined up, is there any clues? Because there's usually some kind of clue somewhere on how to do this. It might be a rock with that particular on it. So we've got to try and solve a little puzzle here. Aha! There. So the little puzzles in here. If we can find it. Oh, and he's going to open a chest. By the look of it. So we've got to find these three things. Intriguing, you say? Well, I'm intrigued. Ah, it's a difficult one to solve this. Though you can use your brain power. It's the fish one. And it's where the arrow is. So we're looking for a fish. There's a fish. What about this one? Bird. So I'm taking this one's a bird. And then this one here is, well, that's that there. What's the final one? It's the final countdown. And we can pick those while we're looking. See if we get interesting stuff like this. We get little puzzles and things. So you use your brains as well on this. I'm not doing very well though. Aha, wait a minute. A snake. We may have cracked it. A snake on that one, please. Let's try pulling the lever. And see what unfolds. I presume that opens. Yes! You see? See, a nice little puzzle. Put the sword away. Yen. And we got a lovely chest. A hypothetical treasury. I didn't open it. And we got a potion and we got a little bit of gold. See, wasn't that worth doing? Just randomly scattered around the area. This is what's good. One of the great things about Skyrim is you can just wander off into any direction. You don't have to do any quests. You just wander off and just create your own story just by wandering. And it does look quite nice from a nice distance too. And you know, grass goes off for a fair way there. Not bad. I mean, it's quite good. I think it's quite good. I mean, you may disagree, but I find that pretty impressive. You know, some of the games they make today, I mean, they're awfully bugged and tragic, some of them. And I'm not saying this game is the best alive, but it has been improved with this particular version. You know, textures are a bit higher. I've got a landscape mod, so these rocks look a little bit more like rocks, as opposed to the, you know, the Bethesda rocks, which looking a little bit sad these days. And we can jump, but you know, getting up there is proving rather difficult. It's kind of floaty. There's something else up here as well. See, interesting little. Oh, he's got a shield, and so see, so there's shields, and he will block. We can do a block if we want. He's a little bit scared. I'm not surprised. I got a whacking great big sword. His eyes are looking at us in a fair one. And he recoils from the blow, and we deal him a tragic death. Oi, Mr. Rolling. Well, we could have just picked it up from there. But you see, from nowhere we suddenly got, you know, skeletons on us. Now we got a. Just by wandering about, we've got something exciting. Oh. I may not have. I may have probably have done me out. Sorry, so I may not have unlocked the chest and got the money now. It's a bit sad. I should have done that really. I think it saves it automatically at certain points. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh dear. I may have messed that up. Can you remember that puzzle, Ray? Do you know, I think it was that fish, a bird and a snake. I mean, I could be wrong. And by the way, you can run faster when you put your sword away. Now, some people will say that's not true, but look, if we're going along at nice speed here, get this out. See? It's slowed down. I've got to remember which way around it was now, but that one, was wrong. Oh, hang on. Oh, it may have actually kept the sequence. Bird? Oh, hang on a minute. Where's that one? Bird. Should have remembered it really, shouldn't I? Oh, forget it. Forget it. What was that thing in the distance? We were looking around, weren't we? We went, oh look, there's something over there. And we went up it. And this is what Breath of the Wild did. It took elements of some of these open world games, like Skyrim and Odyssey or whatever it was. Well, maybe not Odyssey, but Origins. And it took those ideas and put it into the game. So they looked at a lot of RPGs and created a masterpiece. I can't find it now, so I think I'll probably quit now, because you're getting bored now. But I'm interested to know where that thing was. Was it up there? Oh, who cares? Who cares that a monk is juju? And of course. And wolves everywhere, aren't they? should think so. Apparently we got a level up. So if we press there and go up, we look up to the stars, as Toddard would say. Let's see. I'm going to put on health. It makes sense. And we can do destruction. You know, I think because we got a bow, I think we ought to concentrate on this bow a little bit. Archery. Let's whip a bit in there, shall we? That gives us, and it's not 5% like you see in some games. This is 20%. We don't mess around. 20%, my dear. Right, I can't do that one. Right, there we go. And the beautiful music comes in. It's a way of saying, well done, Ray, you just killed those wolves. You deserve a beautiful bit of music to accompany you on your fair journey. A couple of giants there. I'm going to do a quick save here. In fact, I might do a save. Let's do this as a new save since we haven't done one yet. There's some giants here, so just a way of finishing off. Hello there. How are you, sir? You doing well? Doing well? Would you mind if I tickled you? I wonder what he would do if I fired at him. He didn't particularly like that, but yeah. And with that, I will end this stream and say thank you very much. Well, that's what a giant can do. He can send you helter-skelter half 300 yards up into the sky. And we're back here. And we could do it again. Or we could try killing the thing. What do you think our chances are of killing this thing? Ready? Let's have a real almighty blow on it, and it barely tickled it. And this time he just hits us to the ground. He doesn't hit us almighty blow up into the sky. So you never know what's going to happen with these guys. Or you could just let them go on their way. I think we'll let them go on their way. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this silly little larkabout with alternative start. And I might do another one. Another day, do another alternative start. So we can get a few different variations in. And I'll leave you with a lovely view of Skyrim. It's not in 4K, but, you know, it's not bad. And I'll see you all next time. And guess what? I'll see you later. Alright. And now it's not going to be all jittery. It'll all look quite smooth now. As soon as I move like that, it'll all go jittery. Bye for now. Bye.